Hey, how you going? Hey, I just wanted to have a bit of a general yap, I suppose, around SAM AI and workflow automation. Now, I'm sitting on the top of my local computer in dev mode, development mode, just doing a few little critiques and just making things work out. But all in all, I just want to go through a couple of little things. So I started as this workflow is, I wanted to actually automate my incoming emails, which were from a supplier, which had a invoice attached, and it might have been a PDF, but sometimes it might be a different format, like a Word doc. So in my mind, I was actually starting to map it out, knowing that with SAM AI you can do so many different things. But then I started to set up, if I may, I'll just move myself out of the way here. We've got the ability to actually talk to Sam as well. Now, what have I done here? Because that's not right. Let me just refresh that because that's not quite right. There it is. That's what that was what I was looking for. Okay, so then I went to this one. Now, while I'm here, I just wanted to be able to sort of show a couple of little tricks along the way so we can expand this up. So I wanted it to be a little bit out of the way so I could see my canvas. But then as I was having a conversation, I could open it up. But I actually could open it up into a full screen mode as well. So whilst we're sitting here in full screen mode, again, I know this is not just about my workflow process. It's about the ability of working with SAM AI to help you create and automate your workflow. So I've been able to start a conversation here with Sam, and where are we? So, hi Sam, can we do, setting up my email addresses and what have you, going through and just sort of starting to get, if I may, the process understood. Now, so it's purely a conversation where you're brainstorming, I suppose, just to get clarity on what we're doing. So now Sam's gone off and I'm in just validation process at the moment. I'm just trying to do a few checks and balances. So they're still thinking and working away there. So you can go away and grab a coffee and whatever. In fact, on that note, I'll have a bit of my coffee. Well, here we go. What have we got going on here? This is building out a visual diagram. So that, there we go. That's popped up now. So, yeah. This is just giving the illustration now of what's going on. So, So I'm going to sort of say that basically at the moment, we've gone through the workflow, we've understood the workflow, and this could be a marketing workflow, it could be a purchasing workflow, it could be anything that you really want to do to start off with. Now, I'm going to push the button here. We're going to see what Sam actually can produce. Yeah, I'm going to close that up again for the moment. Now that so still working away, and my fingers are crossed at the same time because it's the first time I've really done this and been recording. So we've just got to watch and see what happens. Now, So it still looks like we're in the design, so probably not sure why we're... Drum roll. I'll just pause for a moment. Okay, so it's basically has built it. It has built what we want to do, and it's not necessarily got rid of these, but I'm going to save this for the moment. I'm going to go back to my developer mode, which I'm using Claude Code here, and I'm just going to say, I want to give a bit of a feedback to Claude. So I can't really type and think and blah, 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 and talk. So now what we've got going on in the background, and this is where the feedback starts to come in, is in the background we've got, I'm just refining. So it's like every time I notice something, I'm trying to fix it for everybody. And we're just watching and seeing what happens. So what's going on here at the moment? So that's looking pretty reasonable. Bloody cold here at the moment. A bit rugged up. So whilst that's doing that, there it is there. We can move these down. We can start to have a look and get all configured up. Right, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, and I've just sort of started to visualize it to start with. So really there should be a on hover as well. So there's a few actions here. Tooltips are where it hovers over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back. So let's just go and have a quick look at that. So can you please also add a tooltip, which is on hover, we should see a little message popping up, and then we'll send that through and just see what happens there. Now, this is all first time for me as well. It's been a long time in the creative space. Yeah. And I'm just going to go back and check in on Claude for the moment. I'll leave that. That looks a little bit daunting for this immediate topic. Now it's rebuilding it by the look of this. I'm not sure whether it's going to get rid of those. This is going to be an interesting. I'd suggest it's going to create an overlap now, but this is building it out. Yeah. Not sure whether that actually worked. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it for that. And there's clearly some more work, but I just wanted to give a bit of a visual on what you can do and can't do, sort of getting started here with SAM AI. Alrighty, upwards and onwards. Bye for now.